Okay, I'm back. Yeah. So yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Yeah, it's a good day. It is a very good day. You guys, I love today. Today is amazing. But yeah. What the oh my gosh. You guys, I don't know how okay, I could stay on for a little while, but usually I think they call me like one more time. But there's a client I haven't talked with in a long while, and if that happens, yeah, that it's a done deal. You'll won't see me, and if you do, it'll be the evening because they keep me on for so long. But I love them. We always have a wonderful conversation, and to me, it's like the conversations go by so fast. When I started, um, and I used to what I would like sign in to work at like very real early in the morning, like 3 a.m. And there was a person who would keep me. I believe who was a writer and was like needing information, began writing and what to write about, and would bounce ideas off me. That conversation would be the longest conversation of my life. Oh my gosh. I wasn't ready. I was not ready for that. But now I'm like, now I know why universe sent that person to me. It's like now I have those regularly. I have those types of readings a lot. So I definitely have some people who, to come to think of it, I've been reading for people from like since the time I arrived, since I've got here. So I think this is I consider this to be we're working on year three. So this is the year three for me. Oh my gosh, this journey has been so long, and the readings are just getting longer. Like sometimes the reading is like sometimes the readings that I do, they're like they can last from like 3 to 4 hours. Sometimes like 3 to 4 hours, and I'm thinking to my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, 3 to 4 hours. Are you guys like getting what you need out of this reading? But they say yes. They said, well, we're getting everything we ever asked for, and I'm like, I'm very happy about that. And they like reached out and they like, and they I know, of course they should remember everything that I'm saying because I mean they're paying for that time to speak with me, right? So I'm talking with them. They're paying me to talk to them. That's also the description of in my contract is to speak to them. And they're like remembering like all these key points. I'm like they're really listening. And I'm like amazed because I don't get the sense that they're like writing down notes. But sometimes they think that my memory is remarkable because I have this other gift that I consider to be more important than my psychic ability gift, and that is I remember every reading. So every experience and encounter that I have with a client specifically in a reading, I remember all of those conversations, and I always remember what the reading is about, always, like in detail, not just the core of the conversation, but the reading in itself, the direction, what it's going. I remember all of the predictions, the dates to precision, and because they know I'm like very detailed in that regard, and they really enjoy that part of the reading. But yeah, we're gonna continue. We're continuing to develop all of this. We're continuing to grow. Grow. We're growing in our. I'm trying to introduce this. You all don't get to. This is what they hide this from you all. You all don't get to see any of this. You know what I mean? Like only as close as you get to this is like your government conspiracy. Like you think that what I do and talk about is what you create stories around. You write movies and create stories and write books about. So like, okay, so like I like people, we really do remote view, and we really do remote view, and we send it to um, people who use that information. I'm not going to go any further. We really do read into people's lives without asking them questions and actually get it right. Like the first time we say, start speaking into the conversations, we really do, not have to look you up in order to give you information about you. We really, really, there are people who really can do that, and so I represent such people. And usually we don't. Okay, so usually we work with a corporate company, so that people have to go through the corporate company, and we'll use a stage name so that because it's borderline cult, and we a cult attracts unwanted guests, and it protects the person as well, just in case somebody slipped through and holds a position as one of us, is trying to take advantage of people, they get caught. So we always there's like this divide, like you can't cross your boundary, your side, and I can't cross mine. So uh, something like that. But yeah, you according to like okay, so as far as you understand, this does not exist over here. Does that make sense? So it's like you're not in my universe and I'm not in your universe. So but but if you want to know what I'm talking about, what the channel's about, I'm saying that I'm an expert psychic, and I read for people from all over the world who are kind of like they're just aware of things. Like they know that that there's something invisible that just cannot be explained. So they reach out to us, and so now without can we move past the spooky part? Okay, that's the spooky part, right? What I was talking about is that I was just speaking with a wonderful mom, and I was like, soccer moms, but this mom she's a mother of a up and coming professional football player. Well, the UK version of football, and this young man is not even he's just become a teen, and all this time, professional clubs are they're the coaches are looking at him. They are preparing him for the career of playing football, and tomorrow is his first professional club game, and this, of course, is his path to being signed. He's going to be signed as very young age. He just turned teen, so there you go. So it's a good news. It's kind of like a praise report. I'm praising the mom. Well, the mom's doing all the work, but I've been following the journey for I just realized I've been following the journey for over 2 years. Because all of this year has been about they wanted him to enjoy the last year of being a kid, and now becoming 18. Now they're gonna start. They're gonna go a little bit more professional with him. Like they're gonna be tough coaches with him because they want to prepare him. Because when they look at him, they see sponsorships and money. And I'm the reader for that conversation. I'm the reader, and she just told me the most beautiful message. That's the reason why it stuck with me, because she says, it's like she let me know how much I was appreciated. I'm over here blushing. Let me get the shade so you can see. I don't want to see okay, so you can't see. Well, so okay, yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. Yes, are you doing readings? Yes, I'm doing readings. I have contract to help. Yes, I have the contract, and I help people, including professional children, talented, gifted children, I also work with mothers and fathers, and I also inspire relationships. Oh, and if you like to interact and have readings and find out more how to get to know this area once, again, maybe rediscovering this side, just let me know. Just let me know. So, yeah, I mean, I love the fact that am I hold a contract that I was, proven that my gifts work, and that because my gifts work, that I have contracts on two different continents. I have contracts with the biggest company in the USA, in America, and also have contracts in the UK. And the UK is associated with celebrity psychics for my industry. So, and I have good rapport with them, with, again, psychics who are famous. Also, the lives that I have helped, who are also in the spotlight, who are celebrities actually. We follow each other, so I get to see the results of my readings play out. So, like, working with people, helping people, to realize their full life, their full potential, and also to discover their place in this world, and also to find loved ones, to find a loved one, I should say, or to find, that better job that's going to be rewarding, worth it, fulfilling, that makes them want to like literally pick up and go live in a country that seems to be beyond one's reach, and succeed at doing it. Like this specifically, I worked with clients who leave from, comfortable positions like in, UK, and so forth, to go and find work in Dubai. You don't just pick up and just, I'm gonna go live at Dubai. Unless you have me. You have me, yeah. I mean, and you have a sense of direction, and you know what you're gonna do once you get there. And well, my clients, and they did it alone. They went alone. They went by themselves. So, and I'm with them. They're not by themselves. You're never by yourself, especially when you have a psychic. I come with many. It's many of us, but even if you do go alone, you're not alone. Universe is always, yeah, okay. I'll be sweet. Universe is always with you. You're never alone. But I'm just saying, I'm speaking about my clients. My clients have gone, and I've gone. I'm with them, and I'm reading with them. And right now, I spoke to them today, and they're living their life. They're having the time of their life in a completely another country. By the way, never have visited. They have friends, there's interaction, but now they live there. They live there. They have visas, they are not there in dire straits. They're not trying to, like, I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm here, Well, that was when they got there upon arrival, but now, now they're fully, gainfully, not like get by type jobs. I mean, like, fully immersed in whole career, and, have a full, well-rounded lifestyle, Okay, there. Well, how about hail to you. Hail to you, my friend. Yeah. I am a spiritualist, and teachers, teachers of all kinds contact me. I speak to your professors. I speak to people who want to be presidents of universities. And yes, they contact me to talk about you, or they talk about what is the next job. Which school, or the same school, or they switching to school, their district, because the end of the year is coming, is a fast approaching. Or they're looking to be hired on full time. Um, you get it. Yeah, I speak to professors. In fact, one of my clients is actually a teacher of a like a type of school. You can't just get in there. It's a school for like you have to be really smart on paper, and privated. I've also worked with I worked with clients that are professors and uh, ones that are like presidents of the universities. I had a chance to okay, so then there are some things. Um, there's teachers that are like a lot of private school. I've noticed. Well, there's a lot of the teachers in general, but those stand out to me. The ones that are like working in private schools, but also like lots of like public school teachers that are like just trying to like some of them are like wanting to move like get into bigger schools or schools that support them more. It seems to was that one of the recent questions? I think. Yeah, lots of teachers. I work with lots of teachers and counselors, by the way, counselors as well. Teachers, counselors, lawyers, and and they are taught metaphysics. My higher education is in metaphysical sciences, and so what I do is I enrich the lives of people, and then they in turn enrich the lives of those around them because they're enriching their own lives. They will enrich their own lives, and then everyone around them, like especially think about it. So when somebody works with me, then they go and work with their students, for example. They're enriching the lives of their students. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I read with this one woman, and she's very brilliant. Her son is an engineer. Like she created a mathematic, right? And she teaches an all girls school, and then she branched out and I helped her, guided her to working with a full university. So now she works with a university, but she wanted to create like the schools are always asking her, and she doesn't believe it. I'm always telling her that she needs to create a program. They always ask her every time she maneuvers into working with a university, the school always ends up asking her to take over, and she's like, I don't want to. And not only that, they always ask her that there was ensue that she's allowed to create or now introduce this new branch of math or this. She has this very like she teaches an area of mathematics that she has structured into one, two, and three, something like that's basically what it is. And she can't believe. Sometimes she's like shaking it off, and it also gives me the sense that she doesn't really want to take on because she's also close to retirement. And but they're like, but at the same time, she'll ask, do I see that she is going to maybe start a program? And it always involves she working with one other person. And but she doesn't. She wants she. But it's like when it gets real, she's like, nah, I don't know. I'm like, it's up to you, but at least it's there. But anyway, yeah, I'm still. I'm like this. I'm studying Bioterica. I'm studying on my own. I'm studying me. I'm studying on my own. And so, like the idea of teaching, the way that I am interested in, I guess, in teaching is through my writings. I'm not like I write for my industry, but I want to write, like publish books, and then share the writing content with my members. So that's what I'm interested in. So that's what I intend to share and teach. Do I want to raise more children than the children I raise? Okay, I've already raised children and got them in a healthy way. Okay, so now when I meet children at various stages of their life, when I say children, it could be someone who is trying to go start a what they call it. They're they just need to pass a test. They pass a test. Now they can go get a job. So something like that. like in times I show up. At least once in a person's life they should meet someone like me. right? And then what I do is I break the chain and I set them free. You better hope whatever I set free is good, is a good person, because I kind of tend to not think about that. I'm just like, oh, that's easy. And before you know it, they're among the living. So, yeah, I've helped a lot of young people, obviously, and some adults, some adults who just needed a helping hand. I'm like, oh boy, here. So, um, and by the way, you might think that that's a burden, but let me tell you this. Let me add this. As I began to do this, I realized that it was like I was clearing an arena. I was clearing a room. Like every person who I got through the window, or or helped, get to wherever they needed to go. I was only making more room for what I do now. So now the right people stepped in, and now I have a contract. So now, you know, uh, for people to work with me, they interact with the corporate side before they talk to me. Does that make sense? So don't think it like a burden if you're like in a position where you feel like, why is it always me? You know what you should do? What I did, I said, okay, it's kind of like if you ever done any laborious work and you realize like, okay, I'm almost done, but I got to get this done. I'm tired, and you're like, you can feel it all over, but you're like, okay, but I feel once it's done, I don't want to do it anymore. It feels like that. Like in other words, dig in deep, go deeper, help more. Like when I mean go deeper, pause, help 10 more people. Where you like, oh God, you need to be. I snap when I came to and realized I'm clearing out an area. I was like, help those 5 people that are cluttered, that are packed up in that corner. Get them where they need to go, and then that's going to be clear. And then I look around, and okay, everybody's gone. It's just me. Great. Now then, send a signal that says, okay, close is clear, and then the right people who are then there to support you will come along. That's the way. That's the way it happened. Well, as I was advancing, it happened like that. I had to help everybody around me to get them going, and then everything else, like it's like universe sort of introducing to me more complex relationships. The simplest relationships may be somebody in need. The complex relationships may come in the form of a partnership. Now they want you to help them, but the way that it's structured, money is involved, and you might get rewards. You might find yourself being rewarded for helping people. Hmm. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know what you do about that. You know, only thing I know is I'm a great cook. I'm a great chef, and that's why I prefer to prepare meals for me